Right. So today we'll see the other two approaches, right? JavaScript. Other than JavaScript, we have other two programming languages which we're going to use in place of JavaScript. One is Adobe Flash, and second one is the Java Applet. These are the two languages or two scripting language we can use, okay, in place of JavaScript. Right. So what is this Adobe Flash? Right. What is this Adobe Flash? Okay. What the JavaScript will do? It will help for the what browser to perform some of the major work in the uh, in the web page, right, in the browser. This what Adobe Flash will do. This Adobe Flash basically used for, okay, it is basically used for to display, if you want to display the video, okay, if you want to display the videos, right, if you want to display the videos in our web pages or animations, okay, animations or high resolution pictures, high resolutions images, right. So if in order to perform these type of things in our browser, means through our HTML page, we're going to use this Adobe Flash, okay. To code this part means in order to achieve, right, these things, these tasks in our web page, we're going to use the language called, like, use the language called scripting language. One language you're going to use, that is Adobe Script, okay, that is Adobe Script. I'm going to use it for Adobe Script, right. So Adobe Flash basically used for what purpose? If you want to display, okay, at the client side, that particular HTML page, want to display the videos or animations or high resolution images, right, or in order to games, okay, online games, right, all those things, if you want to achieve through our HTML page at the client side, right, you want to display that particular these things in the web browser, right, at the client side, you're going to use the language called Adobe Flash, language called Adobe Flash, okay. So then, as I said, JavaScript, we're going to use the tag, right, we're going to use this in tag, we're going to use the script, and we're going to close the script after indicating for the browser that here we are writing some scripting language, some programming language is there. It's for indication for the browser. In the same way, right, in the same way, here we have to use the object, okay, you have to use this object. This object we have to mention in the HTML, okay, along with the, I will explain that out, along with the file. What file? The scripting file, okay. So here, in order to perform, in order to display the videos or animations or high resolution images, right, or online games, right, these are the things, if you want to display at the browser window at the client side, you're going to use a language called scripting language called Adobe Flash, okay, Adobe Flash, right. So to order to display this part, we have to mention this tag, we have to specify this tag in our HTML code, okay, in our HTML code with the flash object, okay, this we can say it as a flash object, okay. What that flash object will do, okay, what that flash object will do, we have to use, okay, in order to display this part, right, this code we have to write in one file, one particular file, separate file we have to write, and we have to give the extension like .swf, okay, .swf, okay. What is the .swf means? It's a saved wave flash, okay, it's a saved wave flash. This is the extension. In this extension, we have to, in this file, we have to write the code. What code? To display this file, okay, to perform this task, whatever the necessary code is required, that code we have to write in this file. We have to give the name abc.swf, and we have to specify this file name where in the HTML page. In the HTML code, we have to specify by data equals abc.swf. Okay. So what I explained now. So Adobe Flash used for what? in order to display the video or animation high resolution images in our web pages, we're going to use one scripting language. The scripting language is set as Adobe Script or Adobe Script, right? So how to achieve, how the browser will come to know that, so it should display these type of task in the browser, right? So in the HTML page, to specify that one, we're going to use a tag called object tag, right? So object tag will indicating to the browser that here some of the animation, so high resolution image or this work has to be covered, this part has to be displayed in the web browser, right? It's still here. Now in order to display this, in order to work right this part, we have to write the code. Where to write that code? We have to write that code separately. We have to write that code separately, and for that file we have to use the extension like .swf, right, and followed with the file name, right? So in this file there will be right code. That code will execute this part. That will execute this part. Then when the consoler or the when the cursor comes to here, right, or compiling or executing that program, we come to here, it will come to know, it will move to this file and it will start executing this part, and it will display these things, whatever necessary is there, it will display over there, right? So this is how the Adobe Flash will work. This is how the Adobe Flash will work. Okay, I will show the diagram here. See, right? So action script. Okay, I said Adobe script, it's an action script. What is Adobe Flash it will do in order to display the vector based onto high resolution drawings or animation programs or video files, right? It's its own scripting language. JavaScript like programming language called action script. Okay, that Adobe Flash, it uses what? Action script language. So in order to achieve that one, we're going to use the Flash. That Flash object is what? SWF. Okay, that we have to mention where? In the object tag. Okay, the HTML we have to specify this particular file where? In the object file. What is SWF? This is called shockwave flash. Okay, SWF nothing but a shockwave flash. In this file we have to specify what either want to display any of this task. Okay, animation program or video files in order to display in the browser part, right? That SWF file will be downloaded by the browser, right? It will download by the browser. Nothing but, as I said, right, at the client side, HTML file will be downloaded along with whatever the supporting file is required. All files will be downloaded, and it will be execute that particular web page to the browser, in the browser, right? So when it comes to diagram here, we can see, right? So here, who the client is what? He's invoking, right? Again, he is invoking one HTML page. He is requesting for one HTML web page, right? He requesting means get. Okay, when client or user requesting to the browser, what method we're going to use? We're going to use the get method, right? After filling out all the necessary things in that form, again the user will submit that form to the server. There we're going to use what? Post method, right? So here the user is requesting for one web page, requesting for a web page. Okay, he's requesting for like a vacation.html web page. So his first step is what? He's sending the request to the web server, right? So web server, what it will do, it will check and it will send that particular web page for the client, nothing but the user, right? If in that HTML file, right, this object tag is there, as I shown, right? Object data equal to game.swf. We are given the name like game.swf, right? So this along with this HTML file, this HTML file is having game.swf, right? It has sent to this client now. Now the browser will read the HTML file. In that, it came to know that it has to download one more file, right? It came to know that it requires one more supporting file in order to display whatever the user is required in that particular web page. Again, what the browser will do, it will request for this game.swf to the web server, right? When it will request, when the HTML page, right, in HTML code, it's having an object tag. In that object tag, if it is having any file with .swf extension, it will request that for supporting file also. Okay, so now the browser is requesting for that game.swf file. What the server will do? The server will send that supporting file to the browser. So browser, it will be having a plugin plugin nothing but that browser plugin help, it will help for the web to execute different functionalities. Okay, it will help for the browser to execute the different functionalities, right? So here the browser, what it will do, it will request for the plugin, or that plugin will execute it game.html. Okay, this it will execute here. Okay, that will be after executing, last step is what, obviously the web page will be displayed to the user. These are the some of the steps as will be involved if we use the Adobe Flash, right? So what we have seen here, the Adobe Flash basically used for what purpose? In order to display any videos or any animations or any high resolutions images. In order to achieve this part, we're going to use our separate language. It's act like a JavaScript language called as script action script. Okay, also said as Adobe Flash scripting language. Okay, Adobe scripting language. So basically say it as an action script, right? So in order to achieve that, we require one tag. Okay, the tag we have to give in the where in the HTML code. Okay, it starts with what, object tag, object followed with the data equals file name. Okay, dot swf. In order to perform this task, what perform those tasks, we have to write a separate file. We have to use that separate file extension like .swf. What swf means? Shockwave Flash. Okay, in that file there will be what necessary code is there, will be there in that in this file, swf file, and that should be also downloaded at the browser side. So first step, it will request for HTML page. The web server will send that HTML page. Now the browser will check in that HTML code whether it finds an object tag. In that object tag, if obviously one file will be there, one file name will be there. Again, the browser will request for the web server to send the supporting file. The browser will, sorry, the server will send a supporting file, and at the server side, sorry, at the client side, that when that both file it has got, that is HTML file along with HTML file, it will request for the plugin to execute that part. Okay, browser will not have that much of capacity to execute the .html file, so some of the plugins should be there. It will be inbuilt in the browser. Those plugins will help for that browser to execute those type of files. Okay, it will execute, and that web page will be displayed to the client. It will display to the client. This is what a Adobe Flash. Okay, this is what the